Welcome to this first of a series of learning sessions. And today we're talking about Community Foundations 101, which will provide an overview of the purpose, structure, function, and value of a community foundation. The webinar is sponsored by the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky and presented by Brushy Fork Leadership Institute, a strategic initiative of Berea College. This webinar is, as I said, the first of a series of learning sessions that will be offered throughout 2024. We will host additional learning sessions that will dive deeper into the Foundation's 5-year roadmap, which is the Foundation's vision for regional development. I'm Colby Lilly, program coordinator here at Brushy Fork, and I'm joined by other Brushy Fork staff, Leah Van Winkle, who is also a program coordinator, and from the foundation, we have Kathy Allen, Sarah Deal, and Zach Hall. I will lead the first half of this webinar talking about, again, the purpose, structure, and function and value of Community Foundation. So kind of the 101 information, and then I'll hand it off to Kathy to talk about the 5-year strategic roadmap.
And then
we hope to have time for Q&A.
Sorry, real quick, Colby, I did start the record function, so if you prefer not to show up on the recording, please go ahead and turn your video off, and you won't show up on the recording. But otherwise, we will have that available on the YouTube channel after this so that you can share with others in your boards as well.
Great. Thank you, Leah. So as I was saying, we hope to have time for Q&A at the end, but if you have questions throughout the presentation, feel free to drop those in the chat, and I've asked Leah to track those, and we'll answer them as we go through if we have an immediate answer. If not, we'll hold those towards the end, and if we don't have an answer today, we can get back to you by email. So before we dive in, as Leah said, this session is being recorded. Feel free to turn off your video if you're not comfortable on video. Please remain muted throughout the presentation unless you're speaking. There's mentioned the chat function. And so this session, along with all other sessions, will be recorded. And as Leah said, we'll share out a link afterwards. And Leah, are you sharing your screen, or do I need to share my screen?
I think go ahead and share your screen.
Okay, good deal. All right, y'all, just bear with me a moment. All right, can everyone see that okay?
Yeah,
good deal. All right. So we have a few objectives that we hope you all walk away from this learning session with. The first is that you all will gain a basic understanding of the purpose, structure, function, and value of a community foundation. Just looking at the crowd here today, I would imagine that most of you already have that basic understanding, but hopefully you learned something new. We also hope that you will understand how the foundation envisions supporting communities in Appalachia. And lastly, we hope that you will consider how your work on affiliate boards can contribute to the collective work of your community foundation. So let's take a dive into community foundations. Community foundations exist globally with a wide scope and scale, varying in asset size from less than $100,000 to more than $8 billion. In order to do this, the Community Foundation serves as a locally driven community partner that creates a better future for all by playing several roles. First, they strive to pursue the community's greatest opportunities and seek to address the most critical challenges. Secondly, community foundations inclusively unite people, institutions, and resources from throughout the community. They educate donors and others about community issues and help guide resources to areas where they will have the most impact. Third, community foundations produce widely shared and lasting results. Community foundations grant funds to a wide variety of causes with the objective of having the most impact from investments. So just a question for you all to think about, and if you have thoughts, you can drop them in the chat or unmute yourself and respond quickly. Where are some areas you have seen your affiliate board make an impact in your community? So just give that some thought, and I think actually in the interest of time, I'll keep moving. So what is the purpose of a community foundation? As communities see decreases in outside resources for addressing local problems, local resources are increasingly critical. The Community Foundation serves as a roadmap that directs donors to causes they care about now and in the future. The Community Foundation serves as a conduit for donations to charitable organizations that are equipped to carry out important work in response to community vision and needs. Community foundations build pools of locally controlled resources, including permanent endowments, which are funds that are invested to produce interest income. So, oops, sorry. You all might be wondering how community foundations know they're operating as they should, as they hold significant assets and influence decisions in the communities they serve. The Community Foundation's National Standards Board oversees a process to ensure that community foundations are being all that they can and should be. They offer an accreditation program that certifies that U.S. community foundations meet and exceed federal and state law requirements in practice and by policy. They award a National Standards Seal, which confirms excellence in key areas of operation. Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky has earned this seal, which you will see displayed on the Foundation's website. This means the Foundation meets standards in these key areas that you all can see listed on the slide here. The Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky is proud to have this designation on behalf of its affiliates. So let's talk more about affiliate community foundations and the boards that serve the foundations. An affiliate community foundation is a family of funds advised by a local board of advisors within the defined area of service. Some of these affiliates are single counties and some are comprised of multiple counties. For example, Red River Gorge and also Upper Cumberlands. Through the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky's affiliate program, Foundation partners with local communities across the region to create their own locally controlled community foundation. And so, what are the benefits of affiliation? Becoming an affiliate community foundation has many benefits. Being an affiliate saves both time and resources by using the foundation's existing processes, systems, and nonprofit status. This enables the affiliate community foundation to focus on addressing issues and growing their local funds. The affiliate community foundation makes decisions about how affiliated charitable funds are spent. For this purpose, the affiliate is governed by a locally selected board of advisors. The affiliate has a legal responsibility that all the funds are used consistent with 501c3 code and that use is in compliance with donor intent. Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky provides guidance to help adhere to required regulations. Each affiliate community foundation ideally chooses to operate with a primary permanent endowment. Over time, this endowment is expected to grow so that the affiliate community foundation can increase its community grants. To help grow the endowment fund, the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky offers services of an investment committee. The investment committee allocates funds in a portfolio according to an approved board investment policy. This is an efficient choice for financial management and growing the investment. Affiliate community foundations also grow their resources through fundraising and donor development. Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky's staff members and consultants offer expertise in donor development and fundraising and can provide support and training to affiliate board members. Affiliate community foundations have access to the foundation's financial and investment management services. Foundation also provides coordinated branded marketing and media relations, content, and material. This last point here, I think, is really important because the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky is a 501c3 tax-exempt organization. And with the structure that is set up where the foundation hosts the affiliate community foundations, the affiliate community foundations do not have to acquire their own separate nonprofit incorporation. And what that means is that the affiliate community foundations can immediately begin collecting tax-deductible contributions. So that allows the affiliates to immediately get to work doing the meaningful work that they do in their communities. Now I'd like to talk a bit about governance. Because the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky hosts the affiliate community foundations under its 501c3 designation, there is a required governance structure that balances local decision-making and compliance with legal requirements. The Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky is governed by a board of directors that is ultimately responsible for oversight, performance, and compliance of the foundation and its affiliate community foundations. Meanwhile, the affiliate community foundations are guided by a board of advisors. The advisors practice local decision-making around donor development, fundraising, and grant-making strategy, and they make recommendations to the board of directors for grant-making in their local area. Bear with me all. And they make recommendations to the board of directors for grant-making in their geographic areas. Okay, there we go. The staff of the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky are available to support the affiliate community foundations with overall guidance, legal considerations, and financial management. Let's take a look at sorry, you all bear with me once again. The roles of the foundation staff. Okay, let's see, next slide. An affiliate community foundation can expect the staff team at the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky to partner on a number of roles. Foundation staff members have expertise in donor development and fundraising. Therefore, they will be able to meet with donors to determine the type of fund they might create to best fulfill the purpose they have. They can assist donors with complex gifts, planned giving, and public-private partnerships. The staff can also assist attorneys, CPAs, insurance agents, financial planners, and others who want to advise their clients on charitable giving. These planning services help preserve donors' wishes to serve the community in perpetuity. Foundation staff can offer guidance on community development and strategic planning to meet community needs. The foundation may also provide access to larger foundations and philanthropies and to the network of affiliated community foundations in the interest of supporting local and regional community development. Because the foundation administers the financial activities, they can provide affiliates with regular statements on fund activities and ensure that all transactions are accountable to standards for operational excellence. So just to reiterate, all these different roles that the foundation serves, it really is helpful for the affiliate community foundation and makes it easier on the affiliate community foundations to operate. As you know, each affiliate community foundation is facilitated by a local leadership group called a board of advisors. The main role of the affiliate board of advisors is to develop philanthropic funds for broad charitable purposes within specific geographic boundaries. Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky's affiliate manual recommends that each affiliate board of advisors is composed of no fewer than 5 and no more than 15 members. However, there is a sweet spot, and that is recommended at 9 members. And for affiliate community foundations that serve a multi-county region, such as Red River Gorge and Upper Cumberland, the board of advisors may be larger in order to have good representation from each of those counties. In any case, the affiliate board of advisors should broadly represent the geographic area they serve. Potential affiliate board of advisors members are recommended in writing by the affiliate board of advisors to the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky's board of directors, and then appointed by the foundation's board. People who join a board of advisors are committing to a number of responsibilities that include the following. So you all will see over the next few slides, we've broken this into 3 buckets: time, talent, and treasure. So I'll get into that, and beginning with time. Members of the board of advisors of an affiliate community foundation generously commit to share their time as a volunteer, talent by offering the skills they possess, and treasure through relationship building and donations, no matter how small. So specifically with time, serving as ambassadors, board members communicate the value of a community foundation, make sure the community knows why it's important to have a community foundation. So that's informing the community of what the community foundation, what the purpose of it is, why it exists, and how it's serving the community through its charitable purposes. Also, in serving as an ambassador, board members are responsible for identifying potential supporters, and as an ambassador, you'll be contacting donors and identifying people who can serve on the board. And lastly, as ambassadors, you'll build relationships, and these can be relationships with other entities and organizations, as well as individuals who will support the activities of your affiliate. Another way to contribute time is to participate actively, and that looks like regularly attending board meetings and also showing up, being prepared and engaged. And lastly, contributing time by exercising leadership in the community. And that means keeping up to date on current issues in your geographic region. That way your affiliate can be proactive or at least easily reactive to circumstances in your community. So the second bucket is talent. As a board member with your own unique skill set, you can also contribute your talents in any number of ways. As a board member, you may be asked to serve on a board committee where your specific talent, skill, and brain power is needed. Board of Advisors members also evaluate and advise grant requests from within their geographic region. Your unique knowledge and special skills can be an asset in helping make the best recommendations for distribution of funds. And your leadership and networking skills are an important part of staying abreast of issues within the geographic area, as well as issues within the philanthropic field. Your awareness will help the Community Foundation respond appropriately to community needs. And then lastly, we have this third bucket, which is treasure. Each board member is also responsible for building the affiliate community fund's pool of resources to invest in the community. Developing this pool of resources includes a focus on both funding and relationships. When you become a board member, you strengthen the affiliate community foundation when you uphold the standard of 100% participation in making an annual gift. Please know that the gift does not have to be hundreds of dollars. What matters rather is the rate of participation. Foundations have a stronger position with other funders when they can demonstrate 100% of the board has given a financial donation, even if that donation is $20 or less. And so with that 100% participation, that really demonstrates to funders and donors that each of the board members is really bought in and believes in the cause that they're working for. As a board member, you can expect to request gifts from donors. Understanding the value of the Affiliate Community Foundation to the geographic region will empower you to make a request for funding from people within your network of friends and colleagues. Finally, as a board member, you can build valuable relationships that strengthen the community foundation overall. These may be relationships that connect the work of the foundation to larger resources, or that raise awareness or interest in the work of the foundation for people who can contribute their own time, talent, and treasure. So with this next a few slides, let's talk more in depth about treasure. There are some basic things to remember when considering donations. First, no gift is too small, whether from the community or the board of advisors, as we mentioned earlier. Pooled funding can be very powerful. Donations to a community foundation are tax deductible for donors. Gifts are donor-driven and can be directed into a general endowment or a specific fund based on the donor's passion. And gifts can take many different forms. Cash donations may be what most readily comes to mind when considering gifts that people make to a community foundation. Donors simply write a check that goes into the fund that they choose. But there are ways people can donate besides cash, and they are listed on the slide here. People can donate appreciated securities, which include stocks and bonds. Donors benefit by avoiding capital gains tax on the sale of appreciated stock. They can receive a charitable income tax deduction while providing resources for their home community. Real estate is another gift that community members can use to build resources for the community. Appreciated real estate might include homes, vacation property, undeveloped land, farmland, or commercial property. Donors may deed all or part of the real property to the community foundation as they leave a lasting legacy. Donors may also benefit by reducing or avoiding capital gains tax and receiving a charitable income tax deduction. Community members may also donate part or all of any unused retirement assets, such as 401k, 403b, pension, or other tax-deferred plans. To do this, a donor names the community foundation on the beneficiary form for their retirement plan. Donors avoid a potential estate tax on retirement assets, and their heirs avoid income tax on any retirement assets that were funded on a pre-tax basis. Community members can also make a gift of life insurance policies. There are a few ways they can approach this. They can name the community foundation as a beneficiary of the policy and then keep the policy active. Donors might also gift a community foundation by signing over a life insurance policy that has outlasted its original purpose. For example, if a family purchased a policy to provide for minor children who are now financially independent adults, they can give the policy to the community foundation. The foundation may either keep the policy to maturity or cash in the policy for its value. We've been talking primarily about financial donations, but we have all heard the adage that time is money. Community members can also donate their volunteer time to a community foundation, just as you are doing as a board member. Non-board members can also donate time to help with special projects and events. Community members who have a specific skill set, such as financial or legal knowledge, can donate their services to the community foundation, even if they are not members of the board. Or perhaps better yet, the board might invite these individuals to join. Sharing their talents on a volunteer basis helps defray administrative costs for the foundation and strengthens the development of the community endowment. Okay, so now let's talk about planned giving. Planned giving is a tool you can use to equip donors to give large gifts. There are complex legal and financial aspects. Some common planned giving tools include bequests, gift annuities, charitable lead trust, charitable remainder trust, and pooled income funds. And I won't go into detail about these, but you can learn more from the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky staff on each of these planned giving tools. Donor contributions can be invested into a variety of funds hosted by the Community Foundation. So let's take a look at some of these types of funds. The first is a community fund advised by a board of advisors. A community fund is an endowment that can be used for continued grant making. Endowments are used for the betterment of local communities by focusing on broad areas. Annual grant making is typically between 4 to 6% of the endowed fund balance each year. And you all will see with most of these fund types, the annual grant making is typically 4 to 6% for each of them. Name funds are also a type of endowment fund that focus on a field of interest such as the arts, education, health, or other issues. These funds allow for a pooling of resources among various donors. The Community Foundation monitors these funds and directs funding to areas with the most need. Annual grant making for named funds is also typically 4 to 6%. Donor advised funds allow the donor or his or her successors to make grant recommendations. This means that the donor has a very active role in deciding to whom, how much, and when to give from the fund. It can choose to remain anonymous. Annual grant making is, again, 4 to 6%. Providing scholarship funds is a way that donors can support education in the community. These scholarship grants can be made to individual students if the Community Foundation's governing instruments allow grants to individuals. Or if not, the scholarships may be provided to educational institutions that then award the scholarships to students based on determined criteria. There are some restrictions around scholarship funds, such as they cannot be donor advised, and we have a link that provides additional information on that. If any of you are interested, I'd be glad to share that after this presentation. Donors may choose to contribute to an agency fund. These funds are designated to support a specific nonprofit organization or other charitable institution. These funds require the Community Foundation to monitor the single agency's use of the funds over time. As with other endowed funds, the grant making from agency funds is 4 to 6% each year. So much of this information is in the affiliate board manual provided by the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky. And always remember that the staff of the foundation is available to help. They're always a resource. And I've reiterated that throughout the presentation so far, and I just want you all to keep that in mind. And so with that, I will hand it over to Kathy to talk more about the 5-year strategic roadmap.
Thank you, Toby, and good morning, everybody. I did want to mention, sorry, the funds that Kobe just mentioned, 2 slides back, or maybe 1 slide back, the different types of funds. Those types of funds can be held under the umbrella of each affiliate. You know, you can have a scholarship fund, you can have a donor advised fund that your board advises, or a name fund. I know we have one affiliate that has a name fund that was in an estate plan for Habitat for Humanity. So every year they give out that award specifically for the Habitat for Humanity, but they do advise that fund. And should they think that they're not doing what they're supposed to do, I mean, they would not have to award it, but it is specifically for the Sandy Valley Habitat for Humanity. So anyway, okay, I just wanted to take a few minutes to discuss our 5-year roadmap. That's at the foundation. We created this strategy plan this year. We started working on it a little bit last year. We coordinated that with rural support partners, foundation staff, and the foundation board members. And this is our map that guides us as we work with our communities, as we decide what new initiatives to take on, or we work on projects to benefit, you know, Appalachian Kentucky. So this document kind of helps us stay focused on the big picture, and that's why we want to share it with you all. We did have the document on big boards at the affiliate summit, so some of you all might have been able to view it there, but it does focus on 6 areas. And so when we just started discussing with Brushy Fork what our topics would be for our webinars, and we thought we would incorporate that with the webinars, and so that's why we kind of wanted to share that with you. And you can see how that each webinar will be centered around one of those areas. And if your affiliate has something going on or in your community that kind of relates to that topic, feel free to share that, and you know, we could have you be one of the speakers, and it could be duplicated in one of the other communities. If one of the other communities is a successful project happening, I don't know, in Hazard or in Pikeville or something, then it would be easier for them to duplicate that in another community. So anyway, but I am part of, I'm Kathy Allen. I'm part of the community engagement team, and you see Sarah on there and Zach. He's on down there on my screen. But anyway, we're kind of, we are with the foundation, the host foundation, the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky, and we are your liaison between the host foundation and the affiliates. So any type of work, feel free to reach out to us, and we'd be glad to. If we don't know the answer, we'll find the answer, with our team. We also have a development director that can help with development. Should you have a potential donor that you just want somebody to accompany you, but to talk to that donor about the different types of funds that Kobe mentioned, Chris will be glad to do that. Our founding CEO, Jerry, she is retiring. I think you all probably know that information now, but she'll be on staff, and she's a great resource to talk to people. She'll be on staff until May of 2025. I don't know. Sarah, just shaking her head. Yes. Okay, that's when it is. Yes.
I
So
think it's March 2025, but
March.
I could be wrong.
Yeah, maybe March. Okay, I'm thinking March. Yes, I'm thinking that's right. I couldn't remember exactly when it is, but she is a great resource to talk to any potential donors. She's been in the philanthropic world for a long time, and she really has thoughts and could help reach out to a possible donor if you wanted to utilize that. So anyway, okay, the foundation, of course, we've got a few little tidbits up here about the foundation on this slide. Since our inception, the foundation has put out over $30 million back into the heart of Appalachia, awarded over 10,000 grants, and also received donations from more than 12,000 donors. So that's a pretty spectacular number. And, just for our small community foundation in our main office is located in Hazard, but we have the affiliate network. So, and our main purpose is, to connect investors with the local people and program that's working towards positive change. And so we want to make sure that we allow people this opportunity. Years ago, before the foundation existed, if somebody wanted to give and make a donation in Appalachia, there might not have been that opportunity. I mean, they might have had a small local nonprofit, but if somebody's wanting to give a substantial gift, then this is a perfect choice for them to utilize the foundation and our affiliate network for a donation. So anyway, so I'm going to talk about the 5-year goals of the foundation. I mentioned that, and let's see. Well, wait a minute. What's the next slide, Colby? My voice is a little scratchy this day. Yes, that's what I wanted. So talking about the big picture of the foundation, this is the affiliates that we currently have. So, I mean, when I first started the foundation, we only had 4 affiliates, and now we are up to 12 affiliate community foundation, and that's representing 20 counties in the communities. So anyway, that's kind of, that's really important, because understanding, I was thinking about when the flood happened, we used that affiliate network to help disperse information, and it was vital for people know where to go one place for something, where to meet somebody for food or for water or for the mold stuff to get the mold off. So we really utilize that network during crisis situation and just to disperse other information as well. Okay, the next slide, Colby. Anyway, so at the foundation, we've created this 5-year strategic roadmap with our affiliate community foundations in each part of the strategy. So there are several drivers associated with each goal. Each goal has a long-term impact on the communities when the goal is reached. The first one is growing local economies and revitalizing downtowns. Now, some of the drivers that we'll utilize that other than the affiliate network is Invest 606. I don't know if you all have seen that accelerator that we host, the Appalachian Impact Fund. We're they were initially a fiscal sponsor, but now they're their own 501c3 is the Appalachian Early Childhood Network. And we are involved in the local community early childhood networks. We have our criminal justice work that we've been having a Project Renew in Floyd County, and that's kind of led with a couple of staff members. And we're also seeing that being duplicated in Letcher County and Jackson County. So that project in itself is taken kind of on its own. And then we also have local food programs and the Southeast, the Angel Fund that's coming up. So to think about the 5-year goal of grow local economies and revitalize downtown, what we want is the economic opportunity is abundant and locally owned businesses thrive and opportunities exist for meaningful work that offer a vibrant and sustainable life for the people we serve. And entrepreneurship is available across East Kentucky, and the investment dollars are also available. So that's a really important goal for the foundation and the affiliate work. So we want to make sure that we reach that goal. And then the second one is support and prepare children and youth. We do that in a lot of different ways. Of course, the affiliates, some of them host scholarship funds. We also play a large part. We host a scholarship fund for the Craft Academy. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that, but that's on the Moorhead State campus. So if you're not, you might want to look that up. It's a great opportunity for youth to attend on campus. These are high school students. They get their core curriculum when they're freshman and sophomore year, and then they go on campus for their junior and senior year. And so they'll, most of them will have, I think, an associate's degree as well as their high school diploma when they finished. We also have Rural Accelerator. We have the Food Corps we work with. We work with North Fork Local Foods. And we also work with our long-term recovery groups, which we've been a large part of that since the flooding. And we are the fiscal sponsor for 3 of those long-term recovery groups and been assisting them when in that work. And they, of course, Hazard and Perry County has the potential is getting ready to, I think, open a Boys and Girls Club. And that kind of came from a donor initiative. And then also we work with our school districts, and we'd like to see some youth philanthropy opportunities exist in some of our counties. So the long-term impact of supporting and preparing our children and youth is that communities value and encourage learning and curiosity as a priority throughout a person's life, and students across Eastern Kentucky have the same opportunities as others in the state and in the nation. And so that's really important. Work that we're focusing on. And then the other, promote a positive regional vision. Of course, we all want that. We want people to live. We want people to live here because it's safe and beautiful and friendly, and it's a healthy place, and it's just full of abundant opportunities. Okay. Somebody's trying to Teams me. Promote a regional vision. We have new ideas. We have new businesses coming in the area. We have businesses that are expanding. And then we know that new visions can thrive and take root in Appalachian, Kentucky. And that's really important, that we want those opportunities to be here. And then people are also interested and have confidence in investing out in Appalachia. Sometimes we see that as an issue, but we need donors to understand that with trust-based, it's a kind of a trust-based philanthropy, that they know if they donate in Appalachia and through the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky, that we know what to do with the funds, and we depend on the local advisory boards to know what needs to be done in their area, and that's what helps sustain that, and that the donors feel confident that if they are going to invest $1 million in Appalachia, that we're going to get it where it needs to go. And then also a positive culture of philanthropy exists inside and outside the region. And people are just talking about wonderful things happening while still tackling the hard challenges and the things that we want to see prosper. And some of the drivers for that, because in the strategic roadmap, you know, there's drivers for that and the long-term impact is the Sycamore Fund. That's what I had mentioned with the criminal justice before, Envision Hazard. We've got a lot of trail initiatives happening. Affordable housing, that's a big thing since the flood. I mean, we were already had a housing shortage before the flood, so now it's just increased. So I think we go on the next slide, Colby. Okay, the strength civic and community infrastructure and leadership. So we want leaders of all kinds engaged in community development and advances a sustainable region. And that's really the impact of that goal. And we have we want to see communities with easy access to capital and technical assistance and other resources that create viable operations for existing and new buildings. We don't want, dilapidated buildings in our towns. We want them vibrant and new and up to date, and a lot of other community infrastructure. We want to see that all just very improved in a lot of the counties. We want young leaders involved in local community organizations. I see a lot of young faces on this webinar today, so that's very positive and inspiring to me. And we want trusting and productive relationships between the foundation and our external regional partners. And we want all the communities just equipped with the tools and the resources and the support to attract local philanthropy and steward those funds strategically. So that's really important. The affiliates and initiatives and programs follow best practices, which Colby kind of mentioned that on earlier. And then we, of course, want to increase external funding that's coming into the region. Like to see diverse leadership, being involved in local community organizations and develop those efforts, and also increase local civic participation in local decision making. So we want our affiliate boards. We know that you all are leaders in your community, and we want to see that impact for each affiliate and each affiliate community. So that's really important. Then our let's see, our fifth one is connect and strengthen local nonprofits. Of course, we do, the majority of our grants are for nonprofits. So we want to make sure that our communities are stronger and healthier, and we reduce poverty, we increase the quality of life in all the communities in Appalachian Kentucky, and improving culture and leadership and creative problem solving. And our policymakers understand the needs of our region and are more responsive to the voices of the nonprofits, and childcare, housing, transportation, the list can go on and on, but they're a huge part of our community, and we want to make sure that they're connected and they have the resources and the training that results in best practices for their organization. So we feel that that's really important. And we know, of course, that our local nonprofits play a huge role in disaster and preparedness as well, and response. So we saw that, how vital and how important they were during the floods in the last few years. Some drivers of that, of course, is their affiliate network and fiscal sponsors. We are the fiscal sponsor of several organizations. Some we utilize that tool so they can be kind of like the affiliates, but the affiliates don't go on to pursue their own 501c3, but a lot of the nonprofits will go on and pursue their own 501c3, and we just kind of birthed them. We allowed them to use our 501c3 as a fiscal sponsor, and then once they obtain their own, then you know, they're on their own, and hopefully they have all the tools and resources that they need once that's established. So that's important. Sometimes if it's just the beginning, then yeah, we'll take them on as one of our fiscal sponsors. And then our last goal in our 5-year goal is the prepare communities for resilient and responsiveness. And this mainly came, I mean, probably, 5 or 6 years ago, that this probably wouldn't have been on our strategic roadmap, but it is now. We've seen with tornadoes, we've seen with fires, and we've even, of course, with the flooding, how important that is. So this is part of our 5-year goal now, and it's very important that there's a shorter time now between disaster and recovery, and that's just vital. We don't need it to stretch out years and years and years until the next disaster. So we want to make sure that the time is shortened between the disaster and recovery, and then the disasters are less deadly. People are more prepared for any type of disaster, and people feel more prepared and hopeful when a disaster comes. It's, goodness forbid, if we have another disaster, a huge flood, tornado, then we'll be able to stand up our long-term recovery groups just really quick, and they'll know if they need, if there's a national donor that wants to make a donation to help a disaster, that they can bring that to the Foundation for Appalachian Kentucky, and we'll disperse that, through our affiliate network. And so we hope that they understand that we're here, and that's a good resource for anybody that wants to do that. And some of the drivers are that is the housing can't wait, the food system development, disaster resilience and initiative. I know there's some solar projects going on around the region. Then, of course, our long-term recovery groups as well, and crisis funds. We've the foundation's had a couple of crisis funds that we stood up really quick. There was an apartment fire in Hazard. We started to fund immediately for that. There was a mass shooting in Floyd County. We started a crisis fund for that immediately, and then got all that funding out to those that needed that after those disasters occurred. And so anyway, this is our 5-year strategy roadmap, and it's the ultimate goal is to make Appalachian Kentucky a better place to live and work. And as we continue our webinar series with Brushy Fork, we'll focus on each goal and highlight some of the affiliates where that work is happening. And anyway, that's kind of about all I had. I want to leave a little bit of time for questions. And I think I covered about all of it. Zach or Sarah, have anything to add to the roadmap? Yeah, it's a big document, so I couldn't actually put it all on the slides. So I had to kind of condense it just a little bit, but it is a large document. But like I said, we did have it at the summit. If anybody was there, you could have seen it there. But anyway, okay. But have any questions, thoughts?
I just want to jump in, Kathy, just to say thank you for sharing this. And it's helpful for me. I can't speak for everyone else, but it was really helpful for me to see how the strategic roadmap is broken into these different buckets, if you will. Really demonstrates and reiterates all the important work the foundation is doing. So thank you for that.
Yeah, and when you look at that map, like I said, when I first started the foundation, we only had 4 affiliate communities, and now we're up to 20. There's a possibility of some of the other ones, but we do want to focus on the ones that we have. With Sarah and Zach and myself, it's important that we provide them the tools and resources so that they can support their community.
Great. And so just really quickly, I wanted to give you all a preview of the upcoming schedule for the remainder of this interactive learning series. So the remainder of these will be co-hosted by Brushy Fork and the foundation. And I believe, or if I'm recalling this correctly, these are scheduled for the third Thursday of each month, and these do not include November and December, so there will be no learning sessions in those months, and that's why you see the gap between October and January.
Does this time seem to work out with most? I know we tried it at lunchtime, like, kind of a lunch and learn, but that seemed to conflict with some people. So we were thinking maybe a little earlier. 11 might be a better time. So, I mean, but they're all recorded. So they'll be on YouTube, if you miss one, and then of course, we're always available for any questions, email, text, however you want to reach us.
Absolutely. And I'll just take another moment if you all need to jot down any of this information. And we'll open it up for questions. We do have a few minutes remaining if any of you have questions or thoughts. Oh, and I guess I should add, if it's not obvious by looking at the schedule, that the rest of these learning sessions, each one is dedicated to one point of the strategic roadmap.
Yeah. And I think we're going to put that out if there are community members too that are interested in that. This one was more focused on the affiliate board members, but the other ones, I think we're going to put it out to the public to see if anyone else is. I mean, it's always going to be affiliate centered, but we don't want to exclude any community member that might be wanting to learn more about an affiliate or the community foundation.
Also, if anyone has any suggestions on ways we can improve or be more effective, feel free to let us know. If you just want to privately email us, feel free. Me or Kathy or Zach.
So, or anyone, if it's a development question, we can provide you, we can connect you with Crystal. If it's something about the finances, we can, we've got our CFO or our COO that can say, this is how this is showing on your fund and why. So that sometimes that's important as the financials are distributed. But the treasurer has access to that portal. And if your affiliate wanted anybody else to have access, we would gladly do that as well.
All right, y'all. I'm not seeing any questions in the chat and not hearing any. And I know you all lead busy lives. So I'm glad to return the balance of time back to you all. Just a reminder that the next learning session is July 18th, and that's on growing local economies and revitalizing downtowns. And we hope to see you all there along with any interested community members. So thank you all for joining us today, and we hope to see you at the next session.
Bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.